Finally, my advanced higher English is going to work. Onomatopoeia is where two words that start with the same letter come in very quick succession with each other, such as purple pomegranate or
Buddy.
great gravy.
No, that's alliteration.
It is? Oh, no, it is!
Why did you? I thought you were joking.
No.
Is this a bit?
Yes, it's a bit.
So, since this week's theme is challenges, we wanted to try and issue our own challenge, or more of a prompt to try and inspire all of you. So, for this week, and maybe we'll have more coming weeks, depending on how it goes, we wanted to issue the challenge of, or the prompt of Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia, I don't know how you pronounce it. Who cares? Basically, Poya, is a word that sounds like the thing it is describing. Crash sounds like a crash. Boom sounds like an explosion already. Sizzle sounds kind of, the sizzle, the harsh sounds kind of like sounds the sizzling of bacon or something. So the prompt is make art that somehow incorporates the idea of onomatopoeia.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Pixel Imperfect podcast. I'm Sean, and I'm here with my co-host Bart.
Hello.
And this is episode 6.
No third one this time.
Yeah, so I think for this episode we were going to discuss a little bit about pixel art challenges, things like that.
Yeah. Well, not just pixel art challenges. We'll try to sort of main focus on that one. But it could be any type of challenge, and just probably going to derail a lot.
Yeah, I imagine there's going to be quite a few derails this time.
Well, no third person this time. It's like we will step out of our comfort zone sometimes.
I mean, I can be third person if you want. Sean is very good at being third person.
Oh no! Stop.
Sean is very good at annoying people by talking in third
Sean
person.
needs to stop being a lunatic and just put his soul back into his body. Talking first person again.
I lost that long ago. I mean,
Oh, no.
Sean lost that long. Broken character.
Oh, you broke it. Oh, you got back. Look at you.
Have you found the Hidden Among Us on your Sprite avatar yet?
No, it's a lie. I don't trust you.
No, it's not a lie. There is a Hidden Among Us. I'll let you whine about that when you find it.
Is it? I've been trying.
I'll let the viewers at home find that. So, pixel art challenges, I think, was our thing. Let's start off with the obvious one, where both me and Bart...
Oh, I found it. It's the hand.
It's the hand.
The right hand. Look at me. Oh, God. Yeah, that's the one I'm going to stab you.
No,
That's
please. I did nothing wrong.
You turned my hand into a whole space dude.
I'll turn your whole character avatar into Among Us.
Oh God, no.
Next episode, we're both just gonna be crewmates.
Oh no, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it.
You don't want to say the S word.
The S word. I just stay away from it. It's this episode. I'm
gonna censor it every time we say it. I'm just gonna censor it and edit it. No.
Long boing. No. Okay.
All right.
All the sexiness aside.
Let's actually begin the episode now.
Yeah. No, okay, yeah. There is the obvious one. You wanted the obvious one. Go ahead.
Pixel Dailies was the obvious one because that's where both me and you met.
Yeah, well, Matt. Honestly, Matt might honestly be a bit of a big term to use. It was literally like, oh yeah, podcast. Yeah, just make it.
Yep.
Let's go. Okay. No, yeah. That's where we did meet. And I do them a lot. Mm-hmm. So, for the people somehow not in the know, Pixel Dailies is just... it poses challenges, usually in the form of just a theme, right? It will be something like, what do they have for today? Today's theme is isolated. Great. And they post a theme every day, and you can submit and you can interpret it. Pixelated is really loose. Interpret it however you want.
For example, today's theme, I can just post a self-portrait. Isolated. Duh.
Hey! Oh, God. I thought I was supposed to be the self-deprecation guy.
Hold on, let me switch back. I'll post a picture of pandemic virus.
You'll post a picture of me. Like, actually me. I don't know how you got that, but...
I will come to your house, and I will take a photograph of you, and hold on, I've got a better idea, actually. I'll just take a photo of a megaphone. I've got a suit in my wardrobe.
Why do you have a megaphone in your wardrobe?
No, I don't. I've got a suit in my wardrobe. I can put the megaphone in the suit.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you had a megaphone in your wardrobe, and it was like, what? I mean, what?
I do not own a megaphone. Disclaimer: I do not own a megaphone. I'll buy one for the gag.
Yeah, I should buy one for the gag. I'm a megaphone guy.
Oh man, speaking of megaphone guy, when are we giving our characters lore?
Mine already has lore.
Yeah,
we established this. I'm
Siren
did I
Head's
say this
son.
in an episode? Yeah, I'm Siren Head's son.
Oh man,
slightly less creepy, a bit more of a dress sense.
Siren Head's rebellious son is like, Dad, I don't want to scare people. I want to go to
business school.
I want to be a businessman.
Businessman.
I
want to be an announcer at like just like I do like auction things. Like my voice fast and will project across the entire room. Like, let's go.
I still find it funny that I've given you a microphone despite also having a megaphone for a head.
Oh god, you're gonna have that Bart Simpson thing where he just shatters every window in a 5 kilometer distance.
How very relevant. Yeah.
Bart Simpson. Haha. No. Very, very original shot. You really did it. You really peaked with your comedy. No, Pixel Dailies. Pixel Dailies are great. So yeah, daily theme, usually just a word, sometimes multiple words string together, like Treasure Guardian and Treasure Hunter, past 2 days. It varies. Sometimes it's topical to, I don't know, some current event or some holiday. Sometimes it's bound to some video game. Sometimes unintentionally to a video game. You just interpret it how you want. It's pretty loose. I would always count it less as a challenge, more like a prompt,
a
inspiration.
way to prompts to get ideas.
Yeah. Sometimes they do make it more challenging. Like arbitrarily, they'll say it's like, oh, but it's a set of pumpkins, but each is maximum 16 by 16 pixels.
Or they'll give you a color palette that you're to work with. Yeah.
That's the two they usually go for. Or that was a fun one. Sky, I think, sky, but you're not allowed to use blue.
Ooh, tessellation was a good one.
Oh,
Your thing had to tessellate.
Yeah, you had to tessellate the thing. That's kind of how I started thinking about... That was in the episode about what makes pixel art pixel art. That's how I remembered the tessellated theme. And that's how I got to the whole rant about any like single color tessellation. Yeah, is very technically speaking pixel art. But yeah, Pixel Days is great. As in, it's. Where was I going with that sentence? That's
I do that all the time. I'm just like, so yeah, and then here's a point, and then I'll completely forget the point of what I was saying.
It was exactly that thing where I expect to start a sentence and basically come up with what I was gonna say, but I just didn't come up with anything.
Bart.exe has stopped.
It just stopped. No, it's Pixel is great. It's very free. It's very loose. People there are nice. Like honestly. If you want a chill pixel art server to chill in, well, first of all, the Pixel Imperfect Discord server can be found in the description and on Twitter, but also Pixel Dailies.
Pixel Dailies is a nice place.
Great. And it's
really
also, I found it
wholesome
they
community.
retweet. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying
ranting
that
for too long.
they're a really wholesome, really nice community. They're probably the nicest
yeah.
Discord server that I'm in. The nicest the nicest Discord server with over how many?
Oh yeah,
how many
like
members?
one of the nicer public Discord servers,
Yeah.
like smaller, like more personal and private Discord servers can of course also be very nice. But for a public Discord server, it's really good. It's really nice. Great people, great mods. It's in the one PD mod that's active there. Dario is nice. They also do some other it's not just like the challenges either. They do some other stuff as well. Or at least most notably they did the they're doing the Artist Appreciation Week, which I really like. They just spin a wheel, and based on how many pixel dailies you've submitted, you have a higher chance of, or you get more entries into this wheel. And whoever lands it on gets like a spotlight on the Discord server. They like show off their art, do a little interview bit, you know.
Man, if only we could do something like that, where we interview artists and show off their art.
Man, yeah.
Man.
Yeah, that would have been great. Oh,
Contact us and we can get you on the podcast.
We've already had one. We have one that we should be able to record with soon, and another one that's some distant future. Technically,
I will get more guests. I will.
We will. Like, this is not an option. We are forcing all of you to submit.
Guys,
submit to us.
Guys, do you exist? You're next.
Oh yeah, that's so threatening. You're next. It's like we don't even care if you're a pixel artist at this point. Although I would find it interesting if we could get some people that have like worked alongside pixel art but don't necessarily do pixel art. Like there's probably some cool stuff to explore there as well.
I imagine there'll be quite a few programmers in that sort of field.
Yeah, programmers, music, I assume as well. Like
chiptune. I've just recently gotten into a lot of chiptune. There's so many good songs.
I should too, but yeah, like music made for pixel art games. It generally does feel like it has a pretty distinct. Not all of it. But quite a few like pixel art games have quite a distinct like feel to them. Mostly because they're trying to be,
I mean, I think mostly because a lot of them are actually older games that ran on that software that had the limitations.
Yeah, right.
And there is the modern stuff that's emulating that, but it has to emulate something from inspiration. So the inspiration is that old.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old style of video games.
Yeah, right.
Where hardware was limited and you had to work with it. Yeah.
Yeah, you had to work with what you had, and that's why pixel art.
Yeah. The only thing that wasn't limited was your imagination. And thus pixel artists were born. Boom. Pixel artist lore.
Spoiling the the intro, the video, the trailer for the channel here. And thus pixel art was born.
Man, this channel trailer is. I'm excited to upload that.
Come on. Are you getting the? Yeah. No.
Yeah. So another pixel art challenge then.
Well, one that ties into Pixel Daily somewhat is they also sometimes collaborate with other servers. Most recently, funnily, the sort of, I don't know if you can consider it a collaboration, isn't a challenge either, but just a funny like thing they did with other pixel art servers or other pixel art platforms. The April Fool's joke.
that got me. That did get me.
I bought the shirt. It was. I had to, like, as a respect to Low Spec. I think Low Spec did like the actual, like, setting up the website and kind of like, and probably like tried to ask other places to also kind of get in on it. They had a whole website. It's like I'm not gonna say anything because we're gonna keep the whole discussion about NFTs out of here for now. But they had a whole website set up where it was just it was parody, so it was over the top of like welcome to PXL, introducing pixel art to the metaverse. Auto-generated pixel art NFTs, like automatically generated and minted.
Man.
It's like trying to taking the artists out of the art so we can so that everyone can get in on it. And the funniest thing about the website that someone pointed out to me is on that entire page, there were exactly 0 pieces of pixel art. It was all stock photos.
No, I think the funniest thing on the website for me, I think it what's his name now? Mark Zuckerberg. I think there was a picture of him at the bottom.
And it had an error.
Yeah, and it was
like they had testimonies or something of like customers and people that worked for it supposedly. Mm-hmm. And it's just like Mark Zuckerberg error, no message found or something. Stupid like that. No, it was a really good. It almost was too good because I've heard that several people in Pixel Dailies and other servers left.
They did, yeah.
Because they thought they were actually turning to the like metaverse and NFTs, even though Pixel Dailies is pretty relatively staunchly against it. Like it has specific things against talking about, like against promoting NFTs in any way. So they are relatively against it. So it's I saw that at like 3 a.m. by the way. So I almost got too. Like my heart sank because I was tired and I didn't realize what day it was, and it was just like, oh no.
Do you want to hear my honest first reaction to seeing that?
What?
I completely, like, I'd started reading it, right? I was like, wow, Pixel Dailies, because Pixel Dailies is the only Pixel Art Discord server that I'm on, guilty admission.
Yeah.
And so I went on, and I was like, Pixel Dailies has been bought over by Meta? How did this happen? This must have been a long time planning, man. And then I got to the part about NFTs, and I was like, okay, I don't think that the Pixel Daily server, the people in that are going to be happy. I don't think that they're actually doing this. This has got to be some sort of joke. And then I clicked on the website link. I was like, "What? This all seems kind of legit." And then I got to Mark Zuckerberg, and I'm like,
"Yeah,
hold on, it's April 1st."
It's difficult. It was definitely difficult to spot because it was just actually well made. It was just the best part. It
was so well made.
But yeah, the date as well as the Mark Zuckerberg. There were some other clues here and there. Mostly like the most generic like sales pitch speech and words and buzz terms collection you've ever seen.
I take that at face value because I can.
Yeah.
I never like read past that and view it as business jargon. I always am like, yeah, interesting. I don't understand half of it, but I pretend
Funny
to,
words,
and I don't even
man.
spend any extra thought on it, being like, this is probably a front.
Yeah, what is it again? Funny words, Magic Man, or something.
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's Sean. Look, well, there's your thumbnail.
Yeah, all right, deal.
Deal. Yeah, no, we got that. But no, they do actually also do. They did a challenge together with another platform, which I wanted to actually have the time, which was Pixel Joint quote unquote recently.
I don't remember that.
Last Halloween. Last Halloween, they did a thing with they call it Pixelween. Which is a great name. I love the name Pixelween.
Pixelween.
It's just fantastic, guys. That was the actual name for the challenge. It was
there's so many better names for that.
No, there's not. It is the best. They had to have known, right? You cannot they have had to look at that name probably like dozens of times before submitting it, and they were like, yeah, we're doing this.
This is the one. This is the one, guys.
Pixelween.
This is it, Chief.
Unless our minds are just in the proverbial gutter here, or whatever.
Yeah. So
it's like half in the gutter. It's not that bad. But no.
What was Pixelween about then?
Pixelween was it was mostly just it was formatted as a Pixel Joint challenge because Pixel Joint has weekly challenges. Can I just say, Pixel Joint is an interesting. I should have mentioned this during the When's Pixel Art Not Pixel Art episode, because Pixel Joint is an interesting platform that has rules about what can and cannot be posted on there. As in, I don't know if they're saying like what they are showing is true pixel art or not, but they do have rules about what you can try and put up there. Like mostly it has things like no like tools for gradients or something, or blurring, or even dithering, unless it can be like reasonably humanly achieved.
Yeah.
Like they have, and then also certain sizes, and it's like it's an interesting place. I think there should be space. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. There should be space for like more limited spaces that just kind of really want to focus on, like with specific restrictions.
Yeah.
But yeah, they also have weekly challenges, and then you bunch of submissions, and they select. As in, we didn't mention, for Pixel Dailies, there's no winners or anything for the daily prompts. They can just, whichever the Pixel Dailies mods like, they just retweet them or put them up on their Instagram story or something of the sort. So, which generally gives a decent boost, at least to my posts whenever I make it on there.
Same here. When I do post.
When you do post.
when I do post, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. They have the weekly challenges. For Pixel Ween, it was actually 4 challenges that kind of tied into each other. It was a really fun one, I have to say. I only did 2 of the 4. Because I'm still probably not good enough for that. But you had a color palette. That part was fun. I think the color palette started with 4 colors. Then for the second challenge, it was 8 colors, including the original 4. And then it like increased like that. I'm not sure what I think it might have gone 4 to 8 to 12 to 16. Might have been different, but so basically each week 4 colors got added or something of the sort.
That makes sense.
And it was basically you had to make a series of posters for a horror movie, but a series of horror movies. So 4 in total if you made all of them. The first one, sorry.
I was just gonna say, man, that would have been brilliant if you'd had your Siren Head Sun persona at that point. You could have done the horror movies. Siren Head Sun.
Siren Heads. Yeah, that would have been great. Yeah. But there was, so I'm trying to remember what exactly they were. So the first one was just the horror movie. Just think of a horror movie. You think it should be like, this is just to keep it short and punchy. I didn't. Like most people had titles like, I don't know, just single word titles like Fear or Fear or Lost or Dark or something, or Silent.
You roll up with something crazy.
Moonlit Horrors.
Moonlit Horrors. Man, I would have rolled up with something crazy like Attack of the Unreasonably Obscure Aliens from This Planet That Comes From Who Knows. I just have a really ridiculously long title. Just because I could. The inevitably
cartoonishly gigantic, but also kind of small and relative to... just kind of keeps going.
From the depths of not quite the Indian Ocean, just off the shores of that place.
You can't even fit that text. Like, there was I should have specified, there's a canvas size restriction as well, as in it was pretty strict. It was a pretty strict set canvas size for, I think all 4 was the same.
Right.
Which had movie poster dimensions, basically.
Yeah.
The first one was just that, and then the second one was... I forget. Hold on. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it. I forget what the second one was, but I'm pretty sure the third one was in space. So you continue with the point is you continue with your original idea and you basically make like sequels to it, right?
Really so cheesy sequels.
Moonlit Horrors. They had Moonlit Horrors something else. Then third one was Moonlit Horrors in Space.
Yeah.
And the fourth one was special. You had to, I think the point was you tried to team up. It was like a crossover
episode. Oh man, that
Was
sounds
it?
brilliant.
I think it was supposed to be a crossover. And I don't remember. Maybe that was the second one. I think it was the Bride of. Like, I don't remember what it was exactly, but it was basically 4.
That would be really
sequels.
funny. that would be really funny. Making a horror movie called Dad, and then you'd have The Bride of Dad, and in brackets, Your Mother.
Your mom, LMAO, just on the poster. Got him.
Oh man, that would be brilliant. I want that kind of horror movie.
Like, that's just the end of the movie. It's just the dad character finally like gets the whatever, the kid or something. The dad horror character gets the protagonist.
Hi, horrified. I'm Dad.
Yeah, and then it literally ends on Your Mom, LMAO. Roll credits.
Yeah, just with the final image of the dad like pointing at the screen, but like the camera's low down, so you can imagine like he's sort of standing over the camera, dominantly pointing at it, where it's like Your Mom.
Oh, it was stupid. But yeah, that was that challenge. It was like a lot more. I haven't seen a lot of other Pixel Joint challenges because after, like, I created an account for Pixel Joint to post the 2 posters I made for that, and I never looked back to the platform again. I'm sorry, Pixel Joint. You're great. I'm not good enough for that place. Basically, that's what I'm getting at here. Let's see. Do I still have? That's not what I want to do.
I'd actually probably end up taking a look at that. I mean, it sounds really fun. It sounds like my kind of challenge, actually. Because sorry, go ahead. With Pixel Dailies, I don't post very often on it because I've got my own inspiration and things like that.
Yeah, right.
Whereas Pixel Joint sounds more like an actual challenge, like something to be like, all right, then do this. I'm all for that.
I think they are generally more restrictive in what they. So here, let's see. A Feast for the Gods. That's the current challenge. Canvas. A Feast for the God. This week, due to all fitter holidays, we want you to draw a scene of a feast using the 19 colors from Festive 19 palette.
Ooh.
You can draw any sort of feast and may or may not include people in the scene. Max is 240 by 135, horizontal or vertical, and the 19 colors from the palette that they gave. No transparency, no animation. So yeah, it's much more of it's quite a bit more rigid. It's a bit more directional, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like yeah, it has to be a feast. This is the canvas size, and this is the colors that you should use.
Yeah, I like that. That sounds like it's right up my alley.
Yeah. And they actually have voting from the platform itself to decide winners. And I don't know if they always have it, but they do for the Pixelween one. There were winners, like there were actual winners chosen, and you got like gift cards for art programs, and art books, and stuff like that. So
I gotta sign up.
Go ahead, it's just go right for it. But yeah, Pixel Joint is much more actually like I would more call that as in Pixel Dailies is also challenge / prompt, but Pixel Joint's much more rigid, like challenge. Here's direction. Here's actual voting. Here's actual winners.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good. So yeah.
Speaking of challenge, one thing that was a bit of a challenge for me was school. I'm gonna use that segue. So when I was going through a school, I made a game.
Oh, you just wanted to talk? Yeah, so Sean was really bummed out about not talking about the game he made in last episode. So here it is.
Not even a day afterwards, I'm like, oh man, I can't believe I've not talked about the game that I made.
Yeah, it got like brought up in Pixel Dailies somehow.
Yeah. Man, how did I miss this? Okay.
Oh god.
Oh yeah. So I guess you could call it a challenge. The restrictions are if your game sucks, you fail the class. So.
Oh, that's a big challenge.
Yeah, big challenge. Don't make a rubbish game. So all right. So I sat down at my computer and I'm like, right, what kind of game? Because I am garbage at programming. What kind of game could I make that would be easy enough to make in pixel art, that would be easy enough to program, but would still have enough replayability to work to function as an actual game.
Did you have to do it in Scratch?
I did. Because my school, a little bit of background for this. Technically, my school doesn't teach a video game class. So,
right. You now need to put the game in. It's still up, right?
Yeah, it's still up.
You need to put it in the description of the podcast so people can play it.
Yeah, all right. I'll put it in the description. Oh boy. So, bit of background. I was the only one that was doing this class because it was like this one-off. And so the way that my days were laid out in school, I decided to, instead of having a break period or a break section in my timetable, I replaced that with games design. So I would work full every period that I could. I would have a class on where normally you'd have a break class. I didn't have that. I replaced it with games design. So what happened was I sat down and I was like, okay, I'm gonna make a game. And just off the top of my head, I thought, you know what? Let's do something really fun. Let's do Five Nights at Freddy's.
I found it.
I found
the link. It's still in Pixel Daily.
I really want to record a video with you, so don't play the game just yet.
Oh no.
Don't play the game yet. I want to record a video. I'll do a developer commentary on it while you play. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to do Five Nights at Freddy's, because the original of that, it was really simple, because it was pretty much just like a PNG game. Yeah, except for the jump scares, which were animations and all that. But it was fairly simple. It looked like a fairly simple concept. So I developed this, and in the end, I passed the class because of the game. But my teacher never played the game.
Yeah.
Because it was too scary.
Yeah.
And
I mean, yeah.
Full disclaimer,
Five Nights at Freddy's.
The game isn't that scary. It's not that scary.
Probably not.
But yeah, the teacher didn't play the game because it was too scary. So I ended up passing that class with a game that nobody played. I passed games design without having to.
Equally, like, yay, but also depressing that just no one played it.
I made a few other games as well while I was there. But that Five Nights at Freddy's sort of fan game was the one that I submitted, and it was very fun making it, actually, like coming up with designs and
sorry, my roommate is trying to be real sneaky. You can just grab the keys, buddy. Hi,
roommate.
My housemate was just trying to sneak through. Sorry about because I'm taking up the main space of our apartment. My setup here, so I basically whenever we go to record, I tell him to go scurry away into his room, and he obeys. I'm
just imagining that your roommate's like an insect now. He's just like scurrying on the walls, just like hanging on the walls, like head turns 180 degrees and looks at you. It's like scurry away, go hide. And you're shooing him out the room.
Yep. Okay. Sorry. Continue. It was really distracting because he was trying to do that over the top stealthy thing. It's like,
like back on your head, like dun dun dun.
Yeah. No, just ass like sneaking through, like reaching across, like ooh, oh, that's
forward
gonna make
roll.
sound.
Was a forward roll done, like a stealth forward roll?
No. Wow.
What? No, that's not over the top enough then.
No, he like kind of scooted my phone off the way so he could slide off the keys off the table. So I was like, buddy, just grab them.
All right.
Sorry for the interruption. Continue.
So
blame my housemate.
Oh, I'm coughing. So yeah, I ended up with this game, and I made a whole bunch of sprites for it. And at some point, if I learn to program with Unity, I want to recreate it with better sprites, hopefully better code, and I just really want to recreate it. It sounds like a lot of fun to redo. My issue with it was because working with limitations. That's the thing that pixel artists do. We work with limitations, all that good stuff. My limitation
Scratch is a
was
pretty
Scratch.
big limitation.
Artistically,
what?
I didn't have a lot of leeway because keeping things on the grid for pixel art wasn't really an option.
Does Scratch pass the Turing test?
What's a Turing test? I actually have no idea. Small brain.
What is the Turing test exactly?
Smooth.
Turing test is whether it can function as a Turing computer, right?
I have no idea. Why are you asking me if it's right?
It's a Turing computer is. This is way off topic, but I don't care.
Yeah,
We're delving into
Turing
computer
test.
science.
I'm gonna quickly type it up.
Computer
Quick,
science now.
keyboard noises.
Turing computer
test.
I think it needs to be able to function as a Turing computer. Turing computer is basically you just have a strip of ones and zeros, and you have an indicator or something, and it's and you can do like 3 operations. You can move right, left, and you can.
Oh, you're way off. You're way off.
Oh.
The Turing test is a way to detect if something is human or not.
Right. That wasn't about intelligence. What was the term for being like? I think it's just the same as a Turing computer. It was Turing complete. I'm probably saying something incorrectly again.
I have no idea, honestly.
But Turing completeness is used a way to express the power of officially operating language today are Turing complete.
Goes over my head.
It's basically, can it function as a Turing computer? And a Turing computer is a very basic thing that can theoretically just do everything, right? Do all the operations, or something of that sort. I don't know. There's some funny examples. Minecraft is theoretically Turing complete.
Minecraft.
Except that it's limited by like render distance. Do you know the Game of Life?
Yeah.
That is Turing complete.
Conway's Game of Life, right?
Conway's Game of Life, yeah. That is Turing complete. And I'm wondering, is Scratch Turing complete?
I don't know. I just know that Scratch is very painful to work with. There is mixels in my game.
Oh god, no. But do you want to know the stupidest thing about the Conway's Game of Life being Turing complete?
Go on.
They got it to the point where they made Conway's Game of Life in Conway's Game of Life.
Nice.
It's recursion all the way down.
Nice. Oh man, the only thing we're limited by is our computer not exploding.
Oh yeah, no, that thing was big.
Working with Scratch was certainly a limitation that I don't actually mind working with it because the simplified coding method.
Oh yeah.
Because I have child brain.
Child brain.
I have 101 ways to describe my brain, and none of them are complimentary.
Oh boy. Oh jeez.
Just like I've got 101 problems, but a cow stuck in my toaster isn't one of them. That's my favorite quote ever. I don't know who said it. I don't know where I got it
I was
from.
about to ask where
so
did you
good.
get that
It's
one
so
from.
good,
You really
though.
stunned me with that one. Oh my god.
I got 101 problems, but a cow stuck in my toaster isn't one of them.
Yeah, I don't think a cow fits in there.
Yeah,
Let's see if I can.
You want to find that?
Keep talking. I'll just try it.
Alright, I might have just made it up at some point. That's a very real possibility. I guess I'm taking the stage now. I'll talk a little bit more about my game. So, I guess, in a way...
Toaster troubleshooting. Thanks.
Don't know how to use your toaster? I don't think you deserve a toaster if you don't know how to operate it.
No, it's like, I mean, if you have actual trouble. No, just kidding. Maybe you made it up. I wouldn't be surprised if you did.
It's the kind of thing that I would make up.
Copyright it.
Yeah, yeah, there we go. I'm setting that as my Discord status right now. Give me a second. I'm going into Discord right now.
Oh no, I mean we are in Discord.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna mid podcast though.
Mid podcast. I should change mine at some point. It's been rationally angry for too long. There we go.
Cosmodread, oh boy, was my previous one. Let's go. I have
Ultimate Red.
101. That's 1001. 101 problems.
More problems.
No, I have 101 problems, but a cow stuck in my toaster. I can spell that right. Isn't one of them. Boom. Discord status, don't clear, and the emoji is going to be me rocking it out. There we go.
Nice. Now I need a new one as well, but we can deal with that later. Stupid ass, rationally angry. No, continue with your endeavors.
That's kind of one of the things that I like about challenges is those limitations. It was what I was kind of the point of me bringing it up. That it was an unusual limitation being limited by the programming software that I was using because it doesn't allow specific artwork or specific here and there, and I was also limited by the fact that Scratch is indeed a kids platform, so I had to make the content acceptable towards a younger audience.
Right.
I'm beginning to see the flaw in logic about making Five Nights at Freddy's on a kids platform.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean... You know,
but I did it. That was actually on my
I was
mind.
gonna say something about the lore surrounding Five Nights at Freddy's, but I don't know if that's appropriate for
Jesse, tell me the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay, we might have to cut this out, but I mean, I was just gonna make the joke of like, well, I mean, what's in the suits are kids, so you know.
Yeah, the suits are kid friendly.
Friendly. They're not exactly.
It gives them a big old metal hug.
Oh, very tight, very, very tight hug.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not how they died.
They were just put in there as storage.
Stabbed. Yeah, storage. Preserves them real well.
Never said anything about preserving. They were just storing them.
I mean, okay.
FNAF at Freddy's.
Oh, now we're getting copyrighted by a Living Tombstone. How could you know?
Nah, those guys seem chill. I love their music. They seem chill.
Oh, because I love their music. They seem chill. No, they do seem chill. They seem like good lads.
Yeah, they do.
No,
all right, but back to the controversy of using Five Nights at Freddy's as a basis for a kids game.
No, but it's. I mean, we've been talking about the restriction parts. Like, I do also as much as they sometimes strike fear into my do whatever the hell I want type of artist heart. You know, restrictions. I do often they're fun. They're good because they force creativity. As in they always do with the restriction on pixel dailies. We talked about it last week with Taike. He with his game Odyssey, which I still have yet to try and play. I don't know if it's out or not. I'm not sure where that's at. Taike said he was gonna send me the thing to play it, but I haven't seen it yet. Taike, call him out.
No, don't. We have our first guest and we're already butchering them.
Just kidding. It's fine. I don't care. I play it whenever that reaches me. But that was born, as you said, that was born from this challenge of you have 3 words, make a game out of it. I'm
gonna make a counterpoint to the fact that restrictions give creativity, or restrictions breed creativity, that kind of thing. My counterpoint is that I don't think that it forces you to be creative, to work around those things. What I think it does is that it forces your imagination, your creativity into a place that it wouldn't normally go. So you're going to have to think about different things as opposed to working ways around the issue. You've got to think differently.
Maybe forcing creativity was not the right word, because I definitely agree with you. More like forcing you to step out of your comfort zone often. Or forcing you to think differently than usual, or forcing you to use your creativity in a different way. Yeah. Because it's to say that other pieces are not creative because they're not born from a challenge is stupid.
Yeah. It's stupid.
Stupid, like I am.
Self-deprecation makes a return with a vengeance.
Yeah. There you go. No, but
Yeah.
My train of thought died.
My train of thought also died when I made that joke, but it's coming back to me. It's coming back to me. No, I'm gonna stay on the topic. It's coming back to me. It's coming back.
You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. I'm moving on. Anyway, so I don't know about many other like those types of just like daily or monthly or weekly challenges. Do you know any others by chance? I know there was one called Pen Bear Studios. They put out like weekly or daily things, but they've gone like on hiatus or something, and I have not seen them post anything in a long. Yeah, it's still on hiatus, but they used to give prompts as well. There's probably others that we are missing.
I know there's going to be others that we're missing. I mean, I've seen some other specific challenges, but those are just specific examples. We can talk a little bit about the type of challenges that we like, although we have already touched on that.
I was gonna move on to a different type of challenge, which was a month specific challenges. As in stuff like Octobit.
Octobit, yes, that's the thing I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that as a pixel art specific example, but month challenges are a very general thing. Of course, you have No Shave November or something, or they usually say Movember, right?
November.
There's a bunch of other just challenges.
Let's make our own challenge. All right, so.
I was gonna suggest that towards the end of the podcast episodes, like give people a challenge, to do for Pixel Imperfect or something. But we can do that towards the end. No, we can come up with something towards the end.
How about this then? Since we're struggling with coming up with different pixel art challenges, let's brainstorm an idea live. Let's come up with an
towards
idea.
The end. Let's do it towards the end. Let's first continue the discussion.
Let's do it now. Let's do it now. Let's do it now.
Let's not interrupt everything constantly, immediately.
Fine.
No, but yeah, I was thinking of Octobit. There was another other pixel art specific monthly challenges. There is like at least one on them. But yeah, I've never participated in Octobit. I gotta be honest.
I want to. I'm going to this year, I think, if I remember that it exists.
But yeah, okay, so. I think most are somewhat familiar with it, but for those on, no, it's just for art challenges. I'm going to just generalize it to art challenge in general because I'm going to talk about some month-specific challenges that are not just for pixel art. So usually you just get a list of 30 prompts, just like pixel dailies, but really the challenge is to make something specific to the prompt every day. Usually there's an overarching theme. I don't know if there's one for Octobit. If they usually have the overarching theme running through it, because again, I believe so. Participate in it.
I remember seeing one pixel artist that did a huge video on a month-long thing that had a theme, and it probably wasn't an Octobit one, but it's something.
Could be. Yeah, another one. The one I have actually participated in twice is Sword Timber, not a pixel art specific challenge, but general art challenge. But it's, you can do that in pixel art if you want to, And the name is self-explanatory. It's during September, and every day make a sword surrounded a specific prompt: fire, time, delicate, flower, butterfly, or whatever. Bunch of prompts.
Yeah.
And just the point is to make a sword every day based on the prompt.
Yo.
And I think
sword moment.
I've done most of the prompts from both of the Sword Timber things. I followed the prompts from I don't know how to pronounce her name. It's like Faith Schaffer or something. I don't know how to pronounce it.
I don't know how to pronounce anything.
It's funny, she's generally a background artist. But like for Sword Timber, she's just like busting out these like cool sword designs with cool like women in cool poses holding them, and you're like, oh. Even though she's usually I'm pretty sure she's like professionally she's a background artist or something of that sort.
I need to pick
correctly.
the mind of a background artist one day and just be like, how do you do it? Just like smash the table. Tell me your secrets.
Interrogation. Please. Sean is coming through again.
Where's the tips?
What's the what?
The tips. Tell me how.
Where's the background? You should draw a background artist with just table, chairs, and the light and nothing else, just like a blank background. And just like, where's the background?
Maybe I should make that the thumbnail for today's video. Just you and the no background, just you in the chair with me with a flashlight over your head. Like, where's the? Yeah.
Where's the background? There's nothing there. We're in a liminal space. Damn you!
Where's the back rooms?
Where's the back rooms? Just no clip, no. But yeah, there's Sortember's the one I usually participate in. It's fun. It's good. It's good practice. I would say I've gone better with my swords, but
I used to love drawing swords because, of course, I started off.
Of course,
my inspiration with Minecraft. So I would make Minecraft sword design looking things. Actually, before I did pixel art, I would just like sketch and doodle swords because I thought it was really cool. Still in Minecraft design, so they're like a 45-degree angle pointing to the top right.
Right. I usually do like upright, not like. And if I really want to get out of my comfort zone, I should do not like 45 or upright exactly.
Whoa, that's
like a wuss.
That's a dangerous move.
It's a dangerous
going at an angle that isn't straight up, straight left and right, or like any of the
cardinal directions.
Yeah.
It's like if it's not that, it's like this guy's going places. The no pixel artist shoot there go. No, it's good. I don't know what it was sort. It was funny because I think I got recommended it. Like when I started doing pixel art daily. It was like I started, and somewhere in like the second week, someone recommended this to me, and I was like, okay, cool. And it started on like the 20th day of my like daily pixel art thing. Yeah. So I had not even gone 20 days into making art, and I was already doing like this monthly challenge specifically around swords for a month long.
Nice. Man, I wish I had that dedication. Doing a month-long challenge. I really want to do one of those.
I mean, usually with those things, like, no one cares if you don't actually do all of them. Right?
I care.
I mean, I do as well, because, I do pixel art daily, so, yeah. Duh. It's for me, usually most of these challenges are just good prompts for me. That's what it is a lot of the times. Good prompts. Sortember is a good one. Do I have any others? There's sometimes specific to like games. Funnily enough, I remember Control had one recently during April. It was like a screenshot thing, not really art related, but just like to show that there's some for games, as well as do you know Rusty Lake?
The game?
The company.
Company? I guess not then. I guess not.
They make the Cube Escape games, if you're familiar with them.
Wait.
They're kind of these...
Hold on. I think I do. Rusty.
Yeah, they're these surrealist horror point-and-click escape room games.
Yes! My dad and my sister used to love playing those.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. I do recommend playing them if you can take a bit of horror, but seeing as you have made a Five Nights at Freddy's scratch horror game, I assume you can at least a little bit.
I want to make
they're
a VR
not
one.
that scary, but they're surrealist horror, a bit spooky here and there. But yeah, no, they're good. But they also do. I think they do it like right after they do it in October. They do their daily. Month art challenge. They do a bunch of prompts related to their game, so more spooky things,
Yeah. I got. You're just inspiring me more and more to go and seek out specific challenges that I could do.
Yeah. They're good inspiration. They're good.
And as a content creator myself, it's always inspiring to see other people doing stuff for my thing. So if I can do stuff for other content creators, I'm hoping that I can give them that same joy, that kind of thing. Either that will be like, wow, this guy's really passionate, but he's garbage.
Oh, he's putting so much energy and
his heart and soul, and it's so bad.
Not his skill though.
He's put his heart and soul onto the paper. You should really put it back in. It's not healthy to have that outside your body.
Take it back off the paper and stuff it back in there, boyo. This ain't it.
Yeah. So, our own pixel art challenge. I think we're allowed to talk about that now.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
My mind shot. I was like, I've been rambling for too long. Sean's like,
I just really want to talk about creating a challenge and sort of the process behind that.
We're doing it live, and it's gonna be so messy that we're gonna have to cut out most of it because it's gonna take forever.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Oops, I put my phone right next to the microphone. There's probably been a bit of buzzing. So, designing a challenge. How are we going to go about doing this?
We've tried to issue a challenge
and nobody's done anything.
Nobody. So this is a futile effort, but
it's fun.
Whatever.
Creation
is
fun.
Good content.
All right, good content. So let's brainstorm ideas. What kind of challenge do we want? Like, let's first of all time scale. I think that's a good place to start.
Just a week.
A week.
Till next episode.
A week challenge. Till that fits.
Hold on. I need a.
I'm gonna get a notepad. Here. I'm gonna get a notepad out. Okay,
you get a notepad.
Intense typing noises. I'm doing this comically, I'm comically typing like that because I've noticed in recording that you'll occasionally hear me trying to type very quietly, but you can still hear it. So I'm just comically typing. So you're gonna get keyboard ASMR every time I type. Okay, notepad. Here we go. An idea. So, one challenge a week. A week. I can spell. Ooh.
Okay, sorry, I'm back. I had to listen to two people at once for a second there, so I had no idea what you were saying.
It's fine. So,
my buddy was going to go to a place, and then the place was closed.
No.
It shouldn't have been closed.
R/place is closed.
Ugh. Oh no, R/place is closed. Woe be upon us.
There's a challenge.
Oh,
R/place.
Just recreate R/place with like the 30 viewers that we get. Yeah, no, that's
guys,
good.
let's go. All right, so
well,
once a week, I think, is the challenge.
I'm not saying one. I mean, if we want to keep up issuing challenges, yeah, sure. But once a week,
we'll keep issuing them until somebody attempts one.
The challenge is get one submission, then we end it.
We've said that we might feature your art on the YouTube video. What more could you want? Right.
Exposure.
We'll pay you an exposure
for the time.
Oh man, the rest of the art community is gonna kill us for that comment.
Oh no, yeah. No, I mean, it was done sarcastically, so it's fine.
Wait, we were doing sarcasm.
So now, anyway, give us free art and we'll give you exposure. No, just kidding. No, as in, I don't think we should stay away from having it be like a prompt that's very obviously like, oh, make it about us. Make it about
I don't want to do an art that's related directly to the podcast. I mean, indirectly, sure. But I don't want to. I'll leave fan art for that.
Maybe what if we base it sort of on, if we have guests, we can base it sort of like what we talked about with the guests. So what if we, like, for Taike, we had
media,
talked a bit about his at social media as a general topic, but more pertaining to his art. We could like try and be like, we could either say maybe we could have people try and make a quick game mock-up with something more specific in mind, or bounciness, like try and make a very like cute and bouncy animation or something like that. It's just a general idea to toss in there.
No.
So we're using Ty K instead of ourselves, you know?
Yeah,
It's an ego
we'll pawn
thing.
it off on other pixel artists, and then you can yell at them and not us.
Yeah.
Man, we have been outrageous this session.
Oh, yeah. Bart's trying to start something. I want controversy. Controversy generates views.
Ugh, man, I hate that that's actually true. It does.
I know my social media.
So, art challenge. We're gonna do it for a week thing, I think.
For a week, we'll try once. Maybe we'll try and issue something every week. If we don't get any submissions, that's
We'll
fine. If we do get some, that's cool. I mean, feel free to take a bit of time. It might display it, but it's mostly for yourself. It's more like it's a Pixel Daily thing where we just basically try and give you a prompt, I assume.
Wait,
unless we're gonna start handing out prizes at some point. But
I've just had a brain thought. Like a single thought has appeared for the
single cell activated
for the first time in years.
A single neuron made a connection. It was like, ugh.
What if one of the reasons why people aren't making art for us is they're not making it to the end where we're begging them? Our viewership is we're not holding our audience.
Probably, honestly.
Okay, that's my single brain.
Well, I mean, we could put this prompt at the beginning.
Oh, I can have one of those right before the introduction. I can be like, "Hey guys, your challenge for this week is
so
draw."
We'll leave this in, so that people can see the process of it happening. But like towards the end, we can like kind of record a thing that we can put at the start. That might get more people to get into it, and I'll tweet about it as well. I mean, we don't have enough followers for that to make much of a difference, but you know.
Yeah. Okay, so challenge.
I might be like it's like not too blatantly like, oh, it's specifically for the podcast. Like, oh, remake my megaphone guy or something.
In a way, it's always going to be from this podcast. So.
But yeah, drop on what we talk about in the podcast, I feel like. But it's like have it be a general thing that doesn't necessarily need to be related to the podcast, but you can like it's clearly the inspiration for the challenge prompt is drawn from subject matters. Oh my god, I'm having so much trouble talking right now. You could hear that. I was just like, my brain was like slowing down. Like,
you could hear the dial-up.
Yeah. No, but like clearly drawn inspiration from the subject matters of the video. So that's why I proposed like last week we talked with Ty K about like the bounciness in his animations or the game mock-up. So maybe we could do something like that. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be opposed to saying bouncy.
Bouncy.
Or maybe try and...
I mean, honestly, hold on. If my voice sounds weird, it's because I'm reaching over to the window.
Oh, okay. Jeez, you sound a little distant.
Yeah, okay, hold on.
Sean, don't leave me.
I'm going to leave now.
Okay,
that was really bad.
Okay.
That was really bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So how about like bouncy? Are you opposed to that, or sound good?
Yeah, bouncy. I mean,
bouncy. Do we want to have it be an animation?
That doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be, but I almost kind of wanted to say it's like it was that we mostly talked about it being more like as an idle animation, right? So just kind of a quick thing. So we could, if we really wanted to like add restrictions to it, we could have said something like 4 frames max or something. Yeah.
I've just
try and make it.
I've just had another realization. My second brain cell's awakening. Oh. What's the point of the challenge? Like
it's again. I feel like at this point we'd consider it more like Pixel Dailies, where it's more of a prompt, try and inspire people to make something, and then just like have a chance at like it being shared by us, however that much means. You know, it's just a fun thing, a chill thing.
I don't want people to make art purely for.
It's not for us or for trying to get on here.
Yeah.
Again, it's a prompt for now.
I just want people. I want people to enjoy it and have fun with it.
Yeah. So we're trying to come up with a fun thing. So I do feel like bouncy could be a good one because that's fun. You could interpret it.
Okay, we could have a good one to start off with.
Yeah, bouncy. Is that what we're gonna give?
I mean, this week, yeah,
for now?
why not?
Just keep it broad for the first one.
broad
Bouncy,
for the
because you
first
can
one.
go a long way with it. You can make a trampoline. You could do what we talked about with IK. It's like an idle animation that's very bouncy or something.
How about we have a color restriction? Do you want to try a color restriction?
Again, okay, so it's a consideration. Do we want to keep it broad and just say, here's just a prompt, roll ahead with it, or do we want to introduce any restrictions?
What's the difference between this and Pixel Dailies?
Doesn't have to be a difference. Yeah, it doesn't, it's...
Pixel Dailies, we're stealing your idea.
Yes, we're stealing the platform. That was the plan all along.
Yes,
oh boy.
Yeah, I'm absolutely doing that.
Yeah. No, as in... we'll make a restriction. Yeah, well, we can figure out a way to make it more distinct at some other point, but I feel like doing it on the fly in a podcast is going to be difficult to achieve that.
Yeah.
We could say bouncy. It's like, the difference is that it's somewhat grounded in our podcast, right? Because we talked about this with Taike.
Yeah.
And you have a bit of context to kind of start off of if you've seen last week's episode. If you haven't seen last week's episode, what are you doing here?
I mean, we could
last week's episode was a guest episode. That's totally cool with Taike. You should go watch it and follow Taike on Twitter because he has cool and bouncy animations that we are now basing our challenge off of.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm threatening the viewer for a second there.
Yeah. I was actually thinking, if we're gonna do stuff that's related to the podcast, why not keep it a bit more open instead of having a different challenge each week? Why don't we let the viewers decide their own challenge? So have it in some way they listen to the podcast, pixel something that perhaps we've from the podcast inspired you to pixel. Something like that. Yeah,
but I mean, okay. You're making it very broad. They're just basically saying it's like, just make some art. Just make something.
Make some art that we've inspired.
Just make something is a bit. I feel like it's good to give a bit of direction. Just a little bit. Just saying, it's like, you can try and do the bouncy thing. It was like that's one thing we talked about.
Bouncy.
Bouncy.
Even the word sounds broad. Bouncy.
Yeah, it's damn near Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia. Yeah.
Onomatopoeia.
That's another fun word.
It's such a good word. I hated it when I first learned it because I was like, why? Why would you make it so long? But then I started saying it and I was like, oh yeah, this is it. Give me a good onomatopoeia. Give me a crash. Give me a boom. Give me a bang. Give me an onomatopoeia. You know.
I'm gonna put sound effects with every single one of those. Give me a crash, and you're gonna just hear a drum crash. Give me a bang, and you're gonna hear an explosion. Like.
No, boom is explosion. Bang is gunshot.
Yeah. Okay. Unless bang is with a high power explosion.
Okay. I'm gonna give you some more sizzle. Bacon dropping into the pan.
Sizzle. There you go. There's the prompt for this week's episode. Sizzle.
No. Sizzle, no.
I'm just going back. Oh, I've just pressed a button on my keyboard. I hope I haven't stopped recording.
We could do onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia. I'm going to call it that forever now.
What?
Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia. I've completely forgotten how to say the word, but that's honestly, I don't mind doing that as a prompt.
Yeah, I'm fine with
Onomatopoeia.
That. Yeah.
Just keep saying it faster and faster. It's so good.
I'm going to spell it real quick. I'm going to learn how to spell it.
Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia. That's how it's spelled. There you go. My advanced higher in English coming out. Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia.
I'm gonna play the Google Dictionary. You're gonna hear it on the podcast. This is how This is how to correctly pronounce it.
The Fitness Gram Pacer test.
There you go.
I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it? Well, the viewers did.
Okay, let me look it up for myself. Yeah. Onomatopoeia as the theme. All right, guys. Onomatopoeia. If you don't know, by the way, you can look it up. But an onomatopoeia is just...
I can explain it.
You explain it. Yeah,
right,
you can have a little bit of talking in this episode.
Finally, my advanced higher English is going to work. Onomatopoeia is where two words that start with the same letter come in very quick succession with each other, such as purple pomegranate or
Buddy.
great gravy.
No, that's alliteration.
It
you
is?
buffoon.
Oh, no, it is!
Why did you? I thought you were joking.
No!
Is this a bit?
Yes, it's a bit. It's a bit. It's
Okay.
100% a bit. It's definitely a
Yeah,
bit.
it's a bit, guys. It's a bit.
It's a bit.
Shaw was fooling us.
It's a bit.
He was
I'm-
trying to make
I'm
us
not dumb.
believe
I'm not
that.
dumb. Onomatopoeia is where something sounds like the thing that it is describing, such as bang or
Actually,
whoosh.
just brain fart and start describing alliteration.
No.
Alliteration is also really good. I love me a good alliteration.
I can't.
We've been like saying them as well, and you still just went for alliteration.
confident. My advanced higher A in English is
Oh my god. My man's like, finally, I get to flex my English.
The one thing going through school that I got A in consistently every single year was English, and I did it all the way up to the last year, highest subject I could, and I don't know what's going on with me anymore.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, that took me out. Oh my god.
I'm gonna put that at the start of the video. I don't care anymore. I'm putting that at the start of the video. Me incorrectly describing onomatopoeia.
Oh no. Yeah, and then after that one, oh god, the guy I'm gonna need to recover the
Yeah, just cutting in and being like, guys, this week's challenge.
Yeah, no. Okay. So onomatopoeia. I'd say no restriction.
No restriction, yeah, why not?
Necessary. Onomatopoeia is that's a good one. Alright. So we've said that. No restrictions, just onomatopoeia, because we think that's cool enough of a theme to just go off of.
Yeah.
And it's also pretty restrictive, I gotta say, relatively for a prompt. It feels relatively restrictive. So, who wants to do the? Do you want me to do the
I did the intro. It's up to you.
challenge? The challenge prompt. Are we gonna put a challenge prompt at the start?
Uh,
I think that's a good thing to do. This is like for viewer retention. It's like I want as many people to see this because it's supposed to be for like inspiration, right?
yeah.
So,
All right. So tell you what,
Try and reach it.
both do a take, and we'll see who does it better.
okay.
Who wants to go first?
I'll do first.
All right. Here we go. I'll be silent. I'll be silent for you.
Keep talking about how you're gonna be.
Yeah. Okay. I will be silent at some point in the near
Okay.
future, just in order to let you do your bit. I'm gonna be nice and quiet for you.
Okay.
Just tell me whenever
quiet?
you're.
Are you gonna be silent?
Yeah. Okay. I'll be silent.
So you'll be silent.
I'll be
Yeah.
silent, yeah.
So you're gonna be silent.
Absolutely.
And quiet, and you're not gonna produce any sound.
Yeah. No sounds whatsoever. Absolutely.
Okay.
Zilch.
Okay. I'm actually gonna start now. Okay. So okay. What? I just had something in my mind and I completely forgot. So. All right. That's good.
All right, that's good.
That's my take.
That's good. All right, I'll do my take. Hello, Pixel Imperfect viewers. Do you want a chance to partake in our wonderful community that has so far not partaken in anything? Well, we're coming up with new and brilliant and genius ideas in order to bring them in. So, what's this ingenious idea, you might ask? Challenges, my dear viewer, challenges. We are going to bring in our viewers into the community by challenging them with something. I think a good side note would be that this isn't actually a challenge and it's more of a prompt. We should have thought about that before you started writing this script. Where's my papers?
What script?
Yeah, shush. So, anyways, if you guys want to join, I'm not drunk. If you guys want to join in on our community chance to bring challenge to the community, join now. The prompt for this week is onomatopoeia.
Second go, buddy.
No, I'm sticking with it. The challenge for this week is onomatopoeia. If you don't know what that is, it's where something sounds like what it's describing, such as mental breakdown, the one I'm having right now.
No, I'm
Such
pretty
as
sure
clang
that
or sizzle or
onomatopoeia is
bang.
actually where two words in rapid succession start with.
Shut up! No, don't bring that up.
I'm sorry, it's just so derailed. It's so off the rails. What? Try again, buddy.
All right. Let's do this one more time.
Sorry, there's no way.
I'm keeping this in the video though. All right.
Oh yeah.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, everything in between. Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm gonna try again. Take 3.
Take 3.
Hello, my brilliant and wonderful viewers. How are you doing on this fine day? I hope you're doing brilliantly. If you're not, yeah, well, there's nothing I can do about that. So, do you want to partake in the community? Sure you do. Everybody loves participation. So, what am I going to do to bring you lot into the community? Well, I've got a brilliant idea for you. Challenges, my dear viewer, challenges. Technically, they're not challenges, but, you should have thought about that before writing the script. Anyways, so what we're going to do is we're going to give you a prompt, and in this prompt, we want you to pixel something given this prompt. This just something completely out of the blue, definitely not plagiarizing any other sort of challenge platforms or anything like that. No. So, what's this week's prompt? Onomatopoeia. Now, do you not know what onomatopoeia is? Don't worry, most people don't either. It's not a very common word. Basically, it means a sound that is equivalent to what it is describing. So, something like bang would describe a bang. It's like the sound that it's describing. So, if you want to join in on the community, I've said community so many times now that I'm getting sick of it myself. If you want to just do something fun, why not join in on the challenge? Come on, it'll be worth your time. I don't promise anything. We're getting you to do stuff for us. Join our community.
No, we're not getting them to do stuff for us. It's fun. It's inspiration.
Thank you for saving me, Bart.
You're going down a rabbit hole there and pulling you out. It's fun. It's for inspiration. We will, if you do submit, try and use, I don't know, like if you're posting on Twitter, like try something like #PixelImperfect or something, or Pixel Imperfect Challenge, or just at us directly, and we'll look if any of you post anything there, or get in the Discord server, post it on there. We'll look through them. We'll see which we like and retweet, share any of them either during an episode or something. You know.
Guys, this is
for fun.
This is my third take trying to do this introduction. I'm having an aneurysm.
Oh, he's put in way too much energy. Like, he just came in like barreling at the speed of sound.
Speaking of introduction, how about we roll into an outro?
Well then, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry.
It's perfect timing, Sean. Keep that in. Well then. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, I think that about does it for us this week. Remember, we've issued a challenge this week, so if you feel like it, Onomatopoeia. Make something around it, tweet at us, put it in the Discord server, just find some way to get it to us. We'd love to see it, maybe share it. And if you want to get in contact, if you want to be a guest on the podcast, have a good time with these two jolly little lads, basically do the same thing that we did with Ty K, just have a good time. You know, remember to contact us, either me directly through Twitter or in the Discord server or anything. Just reach out to us. We'll be nice and dandy. And that was it for this week's episode. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, remember to like, remember to follow if you want to keep up to date with new episodes, or subscribe, or whatever it's called on the platform you're watching. Just do the things, you know. And that was me. That was my co-host, Sean.
Hey.
And we're out. See you next week.
Bye-bye.